Hey, what's up, everybody? It's time for another comic book review. Actually doing reviews again. It's a miracle of all miracles. Anyway, continuing on. So this review is going to be of Justice League Dark 26. As you can see, the Sea King. So we start off where the last episode comic of The Blight had left off, and Blight had literally killed the Justice League Dark, and that includes Constantine, Pandora, Phantom Stranger, and Swamp Thing, because the question has already left. So and Naughty Nurse. Naughty Nurse, is there? I always forget her name. Naughty Nurse or Nasty Nurse, one of the two. So we continue on. So they're all dead, apparently, and Blight is holding Constantine's decapitated head in his hand, pretty much doing an evil speech, how he'll never defeat me, I'm invincible, and stuff like that. So they're all like in limbo, falling into hell, I guess, and like then right before Constantine falls into hell, I guess, Deadman, who is a former member of the Justice League Dark, who we all assume is dead, but is gone because of all the Justice Leagues that are gone. He saves Constantine, telling him not to forget about him, and then he sends him back up into the light, and it's like Constantine's kind of like, light? What? Am I going to heaven? Like, it was really funny. Like, Constantine's like, really? I'm going to heaven? But it turns out what really happened was the Nasty Nurse, Naughty Nurse, whatever her name is, I think it's Nasty Nurse, has saved them all with this magical, mystical thing that the Blight's host's roommate has, apparently, that he was given, and he brought it back. He brought them all back. So after they do this, Constantine pretty much is saying, we can't do this. Blight is too strong. We can't beat him. And then everyone's kind of like, are you nuts? We need to defeat Blight. That's why you brought us here. We need to take the fight to him. And he's basically saying, we can't do it. We need the others, which is the Justice League Dark. So he goes on and tells them that he has seen and he knows where Deadman is. I can feel him. They're like, how do you know it wasn't just Blight messing with you? How do you know? It's like, I just know. Nasty Nurse brains him with this thing and takes out something out of his head, and Pandora is able to verify that he has seen Deadman and he knows where Deadman is. And they're gonna go find him. They look around and they notice that Phantom Stranger is no longer there. He's gone. Neither is the kid that had just saved them. And apparently they're going to look for Blight. So Swamp Thing and the rest are going to go look for Deadman, and Phantom Stranger and the other kid are going to go look for Blight, apparently. So they go into apparently the signal that Deadman is giving off is in the sea, and they're cool. It's kind of cool at work how like Swamp Thing has become like this big giant moss whale they're riding on. They go into the water and they find a lost city of Atlantis again, one of the fallen cities of Atlantis, and a different one. And that's actually where the crime syndicate had buried or given back to the Sea King. And he's behind a veil, apparently. So they go through this veil, and they find the Sea King, and he's not dead. He wakes up, and there's like a fight between Constantine and the Sea King. Constantine kind of like jams it with his own trident. He brushes it off, summons all these creatures, and goes up. It's just the dark, like, where's Deadman? Well, Constantine's like, where's Deadman? We need to find Deadman. We need him, right? And Pandora's trying to tell him that he is the Sea King. And he's like, what? And Sea King is like attacking a boat, and like crazy wave is going on. He's like blowing up stuff. And another fight between Pandora, Sea King, and all Justice League Dark against Sea King, and they finally take him down. And I really I just love this comic. I was gonna drop Justice League Dark, but I really like this comic. It's really good. So, continuing on, they finally beat the Sea King and they wake up Deadman. He tells them that I jumped into the dead Sea King body because he thought that that's the best place to go because if he's dead, no one's gonna try to attack me. So he apparently, but there's too much of a consciousness of the Sea King that it kind of messed with his mind and made him become the Sea King. So Constantine locks Deadman into this body and is like, "You bastard! Why did you do that?" And it's like, "Well, that's the best way to do it for right now." And kind of pissed off, but he kind of accepts it. And the final page is I'll show you. And I actually am Judeo-Christian, and I really like this final page. This page right here. Phantom Stranger, if not everyone knows this, in the DC universe is the Great Betrayer. And who that is Judas. And he has betrayed the Justice League Dark and Blight saying, like he betrayed before, he's betrayed the Justice League Dark and joined forces with Blight, which I don't believe he has. I think he's just kind of a double agent type of thing. But I really like the dynamic that Phantom Stranger has. Like, I just don't know how to explain it. I really like Phantom Stranger and how he hates himself, but he also knows that who he is and what he's done and tries to redeem himself. But I really like this comic. It was a little bit hard to follow at one point, but I really like it. I would give it a 8 out of 10. So, yeah. And tell me what you thought of Justice League Dark 26. And are you reading this Justice League book, and are you reading Blight? And if you're not, I would recommend you read it because it's really, really entertaining. And yeah, that's about it. I am the Comic Book Addict, and I am signing off.